What is up, family? We are back. Today, I am starting with applications. My goal within this year is to relocate to Florida. So, I've been sending in mainly software engineering, technical support in terms of the applications I've been targeting, and I have had luck with interviews. Nothing has clicked, but I am looking to pick up the speed in terms of my relocation. So, I'm going to do a short term pivot where I'm going to be targeting more customer success roles just because I have this experience. There's more roles. I feel like I've applied to so many jobs, and a lot of them are either like, hey, we're moving forward with people who better qualify, this and that. Nothing has clicked. So I'm going to do this in the meantime because I keep seeing the roles, and hopefully we get this relocation, get the ball rolling, and continue to work on apps, any other projects, because honestly what I want to do is I see myself really running a company and building off of something that I've created. I love that entrepreneurial mindset. I think it offers the freedom and flexibility. Even if you do have to work longer hours or you never actually stop working, I feel like working for something that you built is just a great feeling. And so far I've been automating by using an Apollo API. Apollo is used to contact leads within companies, find emails, find phone numbers. So I put that into a Python script and I actually filter for these target roles I'm looking for. And once we get verified listings, we insert the domain from a CSV, the schemas like the name, the slug. We can do an ATS check. We could check it against Greenhouse, Lever, and Ashby, see if they actually have the roles. And then if they have those roles, and we bring the domain into Apollo and we find a relevant contact based off of titles we are searching for, so we can actually contact the hiring managers, etc. So this has been tremendous in terms of being efficient in this outreach because I was doing this all manually. I was one by one going across LinkedIn, going across Google, trying to find who a potential hiring contact could be. Shout out to my BDR experience at Adobe because that taught me how to prospect leads in a great way where I feel like now I get the hang of it. But now we're in this tech era. We gotta automate all that shit, boy. Cause what? That's just time. That's time that I could be spending. I haven't automated the applications because some of them have questions like, oh, if you're an LLM, right? I'm dumb. Haha. That's like, nah, I'm not gonna do everything. And especially with Greenhouse and Ashby, I feel like a lot of those applications, they're pretty straightforward. They're not really asking for too much in terms of questions. They might have a cover letter required or something like that. So I'll do that. But so far, I have been getting a lot more responses, and I'm really happy about that. I feel like I've found a groove in something that's working. So now I just want to capitalize off this and really go hard on it. So we'll see. Alright, so this is the script actually running. So what it's doing is it's checking all of these companies across the Lever, Greenhouse, and Ashby ATS. And we already have companies that we've reached out to, so we make sure that if a company has been contacted, we don't contact it for 3 business days. And there is a max number of contacted people from one company. So the maximum contacts we can do is 3. So we contact one person every 3 business days until we reach max capacity of 3. And this helps to prevent spamming people. In this version, we actually added a flag where it will automatically send the emails and wait around 60 seconds to 180 seconds between sending, so we're not just fucking going full auto on the trigger. You want to make this as humanly as possible, so we're not getting flagged by Gmail, we're not going straight to spam. We want to preserve the Gmail credibility. And once we run through this, we'll show you how that goes. But I basically get to this point by this giant CSV, where is it? This giant CSV file, which contains certain companies with their slug, the ATS they use, and if it's active. So once a company has been contacted 3 times, then we're going to send it to that not active state. So we've been doing this and it is working. We have about 1,200 rows, I want to say. So there's a lot of companies, and this is all me targeting technical support. So now we have a new version where I'm going to be targeting customer success as well, where I feel like there will be a lot more roles because it's just a bigger foundation, or there's more customer success roles in general. So we're really going to take advantage of all these roles that we have, and we're going to keep on pushing. Now, there is also another workflow where it's manual jobs, where I can manually enter these things that I see if I'm just scrolling on Wellfound, Hiring Cafe, or I can use this manual by, say, going to, what's this, Duma. This is application I just put in. So if we look at Rat Race Rebellion, which is an aggregator for jobs, we have Duma here, we have Boom, which I already did, remote clinical support, prompt therapy solutions. Let's see. So I go here, apply, and we see Ashby. So what I can also do is I can copy this. I can open up my Claude dispatch, which I've prompted to extract the designated schema for this manual job CSV. And then on my MacBook Air, I actually have the manual job CSV. It'll actually search through this job posting and append the values needed, such as company name, company domain, role, job URL, location, source, all to my manual job CSV. If I send this, or I can just tell the prompt to find 25 versions. So you can either send it a job URL, or you can just have that shit searching, scouring the web. So I created a new user on my MacBook Air because giving something full control of your computer isn't the smartest thing unless you want robots, your computer to start connecting a fucking Ethernet for a leg, start walking around and shit. So we're trying to minimize that AI takeover. The page didn't render. I set it to remote US, but all it didn't have is the actual location. But since I manually looked for it and I know it's remote, it doesn't matter. So if I send it a manual job listing, then the script will actually set this here. If I full screen this, manual override to true. I sent it personally. It doesn't even have to reach all of the criteria or pass all the tests. Just set that shit to true. We're sending it to the funnel. And let's see, we still have this script running in the background. We're gonna see it's gonna start firing off fucking emails and just blasting away. These are all the 404s for companies. So if it's still checking ATSs and it doesn't return Greenhouse, Ashby, or Lever, maybe they use Workable or they use My Workday Jobs, then it'll return a 404 because it doesn't have any of those ATSs. And then this script will actually automatically set the active value to false, so we won't even try again on the next time. But after this all goes through, we'll see it start sending them off. While I do this, I just still applying, because now this minimizes what I have to do manually. So good. Then I just look at Google Chrome already autofills most of this shit too. You got your resume there, click that shit. Are you legally authorized? Yes. Will you now? No. Yes. You have experience? No, I do not. With medical software, I don't know if I ever have. How many years of experience do you have in tech support, but not medical support? Medical software. On a scale of 1 to 10, how tech savvy would you consider yourself? Can I just link my GitHub? Why are you uniquely qualified? I have a few pre-written things to fill out generic questions. I have customer-facing SaaS experience from roles with Meta and Adobe, where I help clients troubleshoot platform issues, communicated next steps clearly, and supported account engagement in fast-paced environments. Does that not scream perfect for the role? Maybe not perfect, but definitely up there. On a scale of 1 through 10, how tech savvy would you consider yourself? I would say a 9. And then I would also say I built SoundGuy, a Mac OS recording assistant for Logic Pro X that performs speech-to-text inference and injects keyboard shortcuts via the Accessibility API. Does that not scream ire? Yes, it does. I'll even throw in the link in there. Maybe they use Logic Pro. You gotta throw this link everywhere. Another thing I've been trying to do is I've been trying to stay more consistent with my social media presence. I don't go out and take a shit ton of pictures. I'm not really vlogging all the time. I'm not a huge camera guy. When I was making music and that is like required, music videos, posting everything, and that's when I was doing it a lot. But once I took a break from that, I was like, finally, I could just not do that. I don't even like scrolling on Instagram. I feel like it's a big waste of time, doom scrolling and everything like that. Then we submit this application. Look, that's an application down. We still got this working in the background. We're still putting in work. This is awesome. It's like having money work for yourself. That residual income. This is what this feels like. I have something computing, really working for me and doing a huge task. That was such a headache having to just scroll through 30, 40, 50 contacts on a company's page and really find somebody to email, because you don't want to just spray and pray with these applications. You want to make sure you're taking that extra step, making yourself stand out by saying, hey, I am him. This is why I'm him. And this is why I would be great for your company. Now we see waiting 150 seconds before sending the next email. So this is the first email sent, and I haven't started this script since Thursday, so it's definitely been at least 2 business days, but I have been doing this for a week, so there are other companies in the pipeline. And now we just sit back, let the email send. I'll show you what an email looks like as well. So we have the first one, 313. Right now it's 314. We have customer success engineer, Isaiah NG. So it's going to have the role and then it's going to have my name. I saw the customer success engineer opening and wanted to reach out. I'm a software engineer with customer facing technical support experience at Meta and Adobe, where I helped clients troubleshoot platform issues and led technical discovery. Boom. We want to keep it short. You got a lot going on during the day. We get straight to the point. We tell them why we're here and we tell them who I am briefly in about 4 sentences. I also built Sound Guy, link to that, a macOS recording assistant for Logic Pro. I'd love to learn more about the team and role. Would you be open to a 5-minute chat? This is all you need. Then we have the portfolio. Then we have the GitHub and the LinkedIn attached with the resume. Damn. I don't know anybody else that's doing this right now, I've had times too where it might not even be the correct contact. However, that person will still forward the email with your information over to the hiring manager or somebody who has the authority to decide, hey, get them into the interview process, discuss next steps. And here we have the next email being sent out as well. Wait 80 seconds. So this is sort of what I'm doing right now. We got the scraper that adds leads. We have the CSV, which is already populated with 1,200 rows. And wait 3 business days. We add people within those 3 business days and we keep the emails sending. Let's go. We're going to come back to this. I want to do some more work on Sound Guy as well as Gym Junkies and make sure we're progressing in every single aspect possible. I want to give you guys an update as to Sound Guy. This weekend, I implemented a 7-day money back guarantee policy on the page. So Stripe doesn't actually allow you to do a 7-day free trial unless it's a subscription model. And because this is a one-time purchase, we have to say, hey, you don't like the product in 7 days, we'll give you your money back. You want this to be of value, and I wouldn't want to put anything out there, especially now that it's newer. It doesn't really have as much credibility or trust. It's a new name on the market, so we want to be able to give people the opportunity to test the product, and if they like it, stick with it. And this will be a signal. We'll get to see, hey, how many people actually keep the product after 7 days? And how many people are just trying it and refunding it, saying, oh, I don't actually like this. That way, we take that as feedback and we optimize off that feedback. We either pivot, or if it's banging, then we keep on going. So we added the 7-day money back guarantee within different high conversion areas, such as here. If it does not fit your workflow, request a refund. And we actually added the demo, so now we have a nice demo on the page, putting a face to the name. That adds something rather than just being a generic AI website that looks nice, but that's all it is. We're actually adding some different concepts that will build trust with the user. And if we scroll down to the actual purchase card, we have it again. Try 7 days. If SoundGuide does not fit your workflow, request a refund. And then on top of that, we added the contact forms, where this is where actually people can request a refund, or they could add feature requests, billing questions, any sort of contact questions. And we want to make sure that we're engaging with customers and users to help them in the best way possible. So this has been great for SoundGuide. We got the support email. It's official. We got to get this ball rolling. And the only way you do that is really by sticking with the product, making great changes, and really hearing your audience out. And with this content, I'm trying to really do stuff that's like the most transparent. Make sure you add mad filters, the most raw scenes. That shit doesn't look like I have $1 billion morning routine. Cut it. We don't want none of that phony baloney. I need this blog to have no resemblance of my current lifestyle. We want to see that grit. That's why we named this series Grit. Could you edit a helicopter in that shit?
12 seconds later.
People pose. I don't know how people be posing like a bodybuilder, like what the bodybuilder poses are like. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. We're gonna cut that. Every day you gotta wake up, ask yourself, who do you wanna be? And then you gotta map your actions based off of that answer. Is what I'm doing bringing me in the right direction? It's easier said than done, but sometimes you gotta trip a few times before you actually get on the right path. Some learn the easy way, I learned the hard way. But let's go.